you could say throughout the records, except both teams are having outstanding seasons, coming in ranked in the top 25. Looking forward to this one. And welcome to Sooner Nation and the Gaylord family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And here's the return from inside the 5. Alabama's offense goes on the field first today. And Kirk, this is what we've been looking forward to, a matchup of two quarterbacks who are elite, very competitive, matched up against each other today. One of the better matchups we see all season.
Yeah, a game that we really pointed to all summer. Looking forward to this matchup. Knew these two quarterbacks would go head-to-head. Very important that they don't get caught up in the individual matchup. They just go out and work against these defenses that they're facing and try to put up as many points as they can. Well, when you run that out route, it's going to end up very close to the sideline. Love his awareness to realize not only keep his eyes on the football, but where he is on the field. He gets his toe down before he goes out of bounds for the catch.
Catch made on the out route.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. On the run here, lets it go. Caught near the sticks, it's Williams. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. And that's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Smith. The list goes on and on. Boy, they've got some great-looking receivers on this squad.
There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Now it's 2nd down here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Catch made on the right side. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Here comes the 7th play of a good-looking opening drive, but it's 3rd down now. Back to pass. It's Simpson. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. And it's blocked. The kick was low. The Oklahoma Sooners offense gets their first crack now. They'll be met by a defensive front that has a couple of impact players on it. They get after the quarterback. They slow the run down. Really a nightmare to block.
Well, these guys are what it's all about. You want to build a great defense? Follow this blueprint right here. Big, strong, athletic defensive linemen. They're game wreckers, and they're lucky to have a couple of them up front. Going to be tough on this offense to try to hold up at the line of scrimmage.
The Sooners and the Crimson Tide, a rematch of a very memorable game last time. Oklahoma had a brutal year, coming off some tough losses, but they circled the wagons. They played really inspired at home, and Alabama just didn't show up, Kirk. This was a crushing loss for their playoff chances. They put 3 on the board. That's it.
Yeah, just another reminder of what makes college football so unpredictable. Alabama was starting to build some momentum, looking like they would be a team that would be destined to make it into the playoff. And of all games, to show up flat, just didn't look inspired against Oklahoma, who was having a down year. They caught the Sooners looking to make their season with a landmark win, and the Sooners capitalized on that and just ruined any hopes of a playoff.
Looking deep down the left side. Deep ball caught inside the 10. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal.
Now the quarterback found a matchup that he loved, gets a big gain with a nice throw, and now they're down in the red zone looking for some points.
The Sooners looking to punch it in here. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And he busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Sooners!
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. On the run, it's Miller. Throws a stiff arm. They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. The defense has got it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And the defense joins the scoring party now. That is any defender's dream. Comes up with a fumble, takes it back to the house.
I can't believe the speed that this guy has to be able to score. I thought maybe he'd pick it up, maybe go a few yards, but instead he took it all the way to the end zone.
Here's the point after attempt. With the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Defense will make the stop of what will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. As we hit the quarter break, it's Oklahoma on top. And as we reach the end of one, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. We'll see if this game gets out of hand before halftime, the crucial second quarter beginning right now. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. To the air, it's Simpson. Caught over the middle, it's Miller. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Grab down the middle. It's Miller. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Grab behind the line. It's Miller. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up on the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. And the receiver's got it. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Boy, it's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
That completion makes it second and medium. Gonna run it. It's Miller. Breaks into the clear. Eventually they tackle him, but what a spin move to earn him the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Oh, the pass rush gets home.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
The offense will look to regroup here at 2nd and 11. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
About time this offense gets going. It's a 1st and 10. The tight end goes in motion before the snap. To throw, it's Simpson. He's got it with room to run. And he's brought down at the 1-yard line. What a play on the completion. First and goal. A good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime. Quarterback still with the football. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Bama.
Well, there it is, Chris. One of the most dangerous plays in college football, the option. What's even more dangerous, as a defender, you have no clue if he's going to pull it, tuck it, throw it. That time, he took it himself, fooling the defense all the way to the end zone.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT is good. They still trail, though.
That makes the score Oklahoma 14, Alabama 7.
got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And he's tackling at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. First down. We're going to throw the football. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
That completion sets up a second down play. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. He stopped out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
The offense really clicking here. Finds his man. It's Gibson. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Yeah, you know this defense is going to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
And the Sooners will line up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. With the catch, it's Barnes. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. The offense will take their first 10 out of the half. The talk strategy here.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And he finds his tight end for the catch. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the first down.
Some really tight windows to throw into for this quarterback with the defense sitting back in zone. But he finds the curl route, and he shows you his arm strength by getting it in there.
The catch makes it a more manageable third down. Can he make it to the marker? He is stuffed at the line. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
So, with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. This will be a 50-yard attempt. Let's see if he's got the leg. And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one from Norman so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. Either way, it's time to find out. Back to the best in the biz for the start of this third quarter.
Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. The passing game very hard to stop in the first half. Let's see if they can begin to feature the run game here. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Makes a quick grab. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Second down after that previous play. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
As expected, this Alabama defense is laying the wood and living in the backfield of their opponent. Such upfield speed, it's dangerous.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Gibson. Completion, that's about 9 yards. Not enough for the first, and it's 4th down.
Well, I don't mind the quarterback making this throw. He found the open receiver. Really would have loved to seen a little bit more effort by this wide receiver to get to that 1st down marker. Instead, we got a 4th down decision.
The Sooners will line up to punt it away. And here's the return. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Play action here on 1st down. Nice grab. It's Miller. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. He fires this throw and it's intercepted. Not much on the return, but that's an important takeaway. Sets up the offense at the 34.
Any safety loves a good opportunity to hunt for picks. And as this game wears on, they get one here. This quarterback needs to do a much better job of being able to read this secondary and being more careful with the football.
The Sooners offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Short connection to the tight end here. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the cornerback. Not easy with that size difference.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Grab down the middle. It's Gibson. And they convert on 3rd down, moving the football to the 35.
Well, this offensive line, you got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on 3rd down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
The Sooners have 1st and 10 here. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. The receiver grabs it. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Swarmed by the pass rush. A sack. This middle linebacker can play all over the field. That time they bring him in the blitz, and he gets home.
Yeah, usually you think of this middle linebacker, he's kind of a sideline-to-sideline player defending the run, but here the timing and the instincts as a blitzer coming right through the middle of that offensive line, and he gets to the quarterback.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking deep downfield to the left. This one is broken up and falls incomplete.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
So on 4th down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. Knocks that one right down the middle, and they add to their lead.
Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Caught near the sideline, but just a short gain. And he shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
Short completion there. Second down coming up. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football. As we hit the quarter break, Kurt, Oklahoma has the lead. Sitting in pretty good position as we wrap up the third quarter. Let's check out the game stats so far. We're set now for the fourth quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Well, it's another positive play, but man, look at the clock and look at the score. You still need a couple touchdowns to be able to get yourself back into this game and have a chance to win it. So you got to keep moving here and keep taking those shots downfield.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? And here's the handoff. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
And this defense has had a great game today. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've done a nice job of taking the run game completely away, making it a lot easier to zero in on that quarterback in the pass game.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Short pass finds the tight end. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Offensively, you get to the fourth quarter, you're down in the game, you're thinking about vertical shots and getting out of bounds to try to stop the clock. If I'm a defensive coordinator, I'll give that up all game long. Short little routes, tackling them inbounds. Let's keep that clock moving.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Looking for a man deep down the left side. Pass falls incomplete on the deep shot, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's check it out. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. Leaning on the run game here. They get him on the ground finally, but it'll be first down on the 14.
Chris, good job here on that stop, but remember, the ball is inbounds, and the clock keeps moving here late in the game, and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
And the Sooners are in the red zone now. Using his legs, it's Barnes. The defense all over. They stop it right at the line. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Coming to the line on 2nd down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Sooners hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. QB decides to keep it here. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Sooners.
Chris, I don't care what area we're talking about in college football. Defending the option when it's really well executed, one of the toughest things that defense can do, and this quarterback deserves a lot of credit. A great feel of when to pull it and when to give it. This time he keeps it himself for the touchdown.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the extra point makes the lead 20 here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Time running out. Serious urgency here. Can they score and score quickly? Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
I love what the defense is doing here. Sitting back, giving up some plays underneath, tackling these guys inbounds, and just keep that clock rolling.
Final 2 minutes as this offense desperate to get some points here quickly and try to stage a big comeback. Offense getting set. Second down play here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. To the air. It's Simpson. The receiver makes the catch. Tackled, but first down.
Chris, man, I have no idea how you let that guy get that open. You know for a fact, all week long, in fact, they brought it up in our meetings yesterday, that they've got to stop this receiver, and then you lose track of him, and they're lucky that didn't go as a touchdown.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Pulls it in. It's Horton. They finally get him down, but a big play to the 46.
How about the job by this defense against this receiver? One of the top receivers in the country. They knew he was going to be able to be a big factor in this game, and they have kept him quiet all game long until right now. In the fourth quarter, he comes up with his first catch.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Grab down the middle. It's Miller. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Makes the grab. It's Miller.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
A completion makes it second down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Going to try to use his legs here. Touchdown, tied. They capped the drive with 6 points.
Boy, what a job by this offensive line. I know the quarterback threw it, but give the big fellas a lot of credit. He sat back there all day working through his progressions and eventually finds his target for a touchdown.
And now they'll set up for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the PAT is good.
The kick is good. That makes the score Oklahoma 27, Alabama 14.
Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. But they safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. There's the snap, and he just takes a knee. Oh, when you're a team that comes in, Kirk, with great expectations, big goals at the end, you're going to get tested. They were tested here today by another ranked team. I was impressed how they responded.
Chris, there's no doubt about it. I think the thing that really stood out to me is the way they played for 4 quarters, just dominating football. And this is a team that's had to deal with being kind of the hunted, the team that knows that every single week teams want to bring them down. They took on a very talented team today and just dominated.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.